I have a mustache. Yep, just trying it out. Quick rapid fire updates. Mustache. Shop looks very different from what it used to be. We are kind of in a Mantis priority mode. If you don't know what the Mantis is, I forgot how fun it was to edit these videos. This is the Mantis. Working on a little new hook design here, but it's this bungee cam modular camera isolator that we just won an honorable mention at the SOC Technical Achievement Awards, which was a huge deal today. The Inertia Wheels Max won the technical achievement, and then we came runner-up with the Arri Trinity 2, which is like crazy to even be in the same page as Arri, from a very humble shop here in North Hollywood to the grand stage of the SOC Technical Achievement Awards. It's awesome. We've been kind of rebuilding this all to prioritize building Mantis. Put in these workbenches here for assembly. We have like a whole shipping area over here with this awesome tape machine that like spits out the like Amazon style tape. So then you slap that on a box and ship it out. It's like a stamp sort of. Tons of cool like geeky gadgets involved in all the shipping. We have this like new laser label printer thing. Very small boxes and then big boxes. We're sending 2 of these to New Zealand. Each one has 6 Mantises in it. This is the Mantis box right here. And then that gets packaged within the larger one and shipped out. Got little shipping boxes here. We got kind of this area of Mantis boxes, kind of the outer boxes that go around to protect the actual product box, which looks like this. We've got our elastic shelf over here. So this has different lengths, pre-cut, ready to ship. So these have been treated already and have had the little end pieces installed. Basically that thing installed on all of these, so that's ready to ship. So we've been trying to stay super organized here. A lot of the shelves are empty because we are currently sold out. We're waiting for more product to come in. It's currently stuck in customs, but once that comes in, we'll be shipping again. Here's some more elastics. These are like the lightweight ones, and then these are the medium weight ones. They're all filled with lubricants, so we do that over here. We fill them all up. We have these really fancy German syringes that we use for that. And it's like it's just glass on glass, so there's no rubber seal in there. It's just this frosted glass tube that we use. These are the little pieces we tie on. These go inside the tube, and then that's what we connect to the camera. And we use this fancy jig we made here, tied to the ceiling, and we have this load sensor here. And basically, we use this to pull on the knots and tie those barbs into the tubing. So we've been like designing processes and how to build. It's been this huge learning experience. It's been super fun and rewarding. Kind of the people involved are myself and then Brett Harrison, who's another camera operator out of Australia. And we have a couple other people in here that help, like Toby, Jorge, Tate, Tristan. So it's just been a cool team effort to get all these out. And let's see, this is kind of our little parts storage area here. We have the Sparrow clamp land. It's all the Sparrow clamps and the assembly bits for those. We have the side plates for the Mantises. So that's what goes on either side on the front there. And then we have like all of our bearings, we have our rollers, and we have this new system of QR codes. So it's like a QR code based inventory system. So each bin has a QR code and we scan that. If we want to take parts out of here, we scan it and we say -2, and then we always have like an accurate kind of stock keeping system, which is good for a lot of reasons, from like ordering new parts, knowing when we're low, and also for tax reasons. You're supposed to know like what value of inventory you're sitting on. Learned a lot about taxes recently doing all this. Got some more parts over here, this little assembly area. Trying to keep things nice and clean and organized. Let's see if I can find some Mantises actually to show you. So here's a finished head unit. Has a rotating barrel. That's like where it connects to everything. It'll get these two tubes that go out to this return roller. So it'll be kind of like this. And the elastic gets wound through here, out and back, and then through our little tensioning mechanism, which you can see there's like a little groove in there, and the elastic gets pulled into that. So that's how you adjust the tension for different camera weights. So you'll see on this one, here's one with the elastic running through it. This is the camera side. And then when you want a tension, you basically just pull and that adds tension, right? So usually you have a weight hanging here so it keeps it upright. But yeah, you add tension like that. And then to release tension, you just do the opposite and you feed your hand up. A little hard to do with one hand, but you get the idea. So this is the quad tube Mantis, because basically it has 4 tubes. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's a dual tube that has 2 tubes. This is kind of the one that we recommend for the Easy Rig, which, speaking of, just got a new Easy Rig over here. They sent this over because I just had the Mini Max, and we really encourage people to get a proper Easy Rig for the Mantis. This is the gimbal vest and the extended 5-inch arm. So it's slightly longer than the short arm, which is nice to get the camera a little further away from you. Pop this out of the bag. Whew. Okay, Easy Rig's so hard to put on when you have a watch on, because when you do this like arm thing, they're so tight. So better way to do it is with Supermaning. You can Superman yourself into them. Go up through the top like that, and then do the bottom. So yeah, this is that gimbal vest they made. So it has like a proper belt on it like this. Got the top clip. Boom. And then, yeah, here's like the normal string bit, right? So you have that, but with the Mantis, you just clamp our adapter here. I actually don't have any. I've literally sold fully out. We're supposed to get 150 more this week. But they clamp up here, and then your Mantis lives up here, totally separate from like the tensioning system on the back. And then you run around, and you don't have to worry about your footsteps. It stabilizes, it isolates. You have like basically a boom range as far as your arm can reach, where the camera is essentially weightless, right? Where you could lift it with just your pinky and push it just with your pinky. So hard to sometimes convey like what the Mantis does in video. So I always recommend people like try it, whether it's like asking us to borrow one or do a little demo unit or come into the shop. Just hit us up on our website or like message me on Instagram. So yeah, lots of new things going on over here. Mantis has kind of taken up most of my time. That and also the kind of the few little hamperings of commercials that are around right now. It's been really slow overall. You know, I haven't done a movie in, gosh, over a year and a half, almost 2 years it'll be since oh my God, yeah, long time, which I'm not mad about, because honestly, like the commercial life a little better. You know, you have a couple days, 5 days, 1 day here, 2 days there, and then you have some time off between to like exercise and go outside and, you know, just cook meals, which is something that you just don't get to do on movies because the days are so long. And, you know, you get fed, which is awesome, and you save a lot of money on food while you're doing it. But, you know, we'll see. I think once we kind of get the Mantis operation running on its own, that might be a time where I can step back and start doing some movies again, but we'll see. But this has been fun. It's been a nice switch up in like career, sort of. Not saying it's a permanent switch up, but it's like, you know, a little breath of fresh air to be doing something different and something, feeling like you're growing something, you know, like this little shop space, I imagine eventually will be somewhere bigger. But for now, we're trying to really keep it in here as much as we can, trying to keep our overhead low, keep us nimble, keep us efficient. You know, you don't want to scale too fast, although it would be nice not to have to like store some stuff outside when it rains. We have to like cover stuff. Like the foam we use in our packaging comes all like bundled in plastic, so we just leave it out there. That'd be nice to have inside, but you know, everything costs money. So yeah, it's it's funny. I feel like I've like lost track of my audience on here. you know, I feel like I've been doing these videos for probably almost 10 years now. I've changed a lot. I feel like everybody watching has changed a lot if you've been here since the beginning. But thanks for coming back, I guess. But yeah, I just wanted to kind of share this Mantis journey a little bit with everyone because it's an interesting insight, I feel like, for people who maybe aren't familiar with like manufacturing or, you know, logistics or starting a business. I've learned a ton, and I was just kind of hoping to share a little bit of that with you all. I tried to do those shots of the the smooth shots of the tour earlier just on this tripod. Didn't work out, so I busted out the RS4 very quickly, threw the FX3 on there. This thing works great. I've actually used it on a job recently. It was like an OnStar commercial. We used it inside of a car, like nose mounted to end of a pipe, and the pipe was mounted to an O'Connor head. So we had like this little jib, and the O'Connor was on a slider in the back of the car. It was like a big Escalade or something. So we could like move the slider forward and back, and the pipe could get us kind of anywhere in the car. We shot on the FX3, which was great. We had like the Sony Venice was the main camera. Did the FX3 as our interior camera, which was the perfect choice. The Venice would have been a little unwieldy, especially with the big tether cable. This one was just such a nice, clean build. Yeah, I haven't seen that Spot anywhere yet, but I'm sure it'll be out soon. Oh, shot a Nissan Spot a couple months ago. Well, a couple weeks ago, I guess, with Brie Larson for the new Nissan Murano. That was like a pretty big deal for me, so that was fun. Andre Stringer directing that. Went out to Nashville, shot on the Volume out there. Did a little trickery. We had this scene where Brie is like kind of lost in the sunset, and they had the sunset on the Volume, and we could see the sun in the shot, right? But when you're seeing a sun projected on a flat surface, it's not emitting any light. So what I did is pulled the panel where the sun is in the Volume, and it was just a static panorama. It wasn't like actively moving, like camera tracking, so that made it a little easier. But pulled the panel, and then I think it was like an Aperture 1200D or something behind the panel shining at camera so that we could actually generate like a real flare and real hard light on our face. And I thought it turned out pretty well. You know, we had to hide, because it was like a square cutout in the Volume, I had to put a little bit of glimmer glass in the lens or in front of the lens, and then I put some diffusion on the hole, cut a hole in the diffusion, and then I used a mirror to bounce kind of the excess spill of that light in at a kind of really acute angle to hit the edges of the diffusion that was on the hole to blow it out a little more. Otherwise you could see this square, this dark square. This lighting is terrible, but that's changing soon. I just ordered a bunch of Amaran lights. They have this Black Friday sale, so I got like 2 of their 2-foot panels, a bunch of hard lights. So hopefully I can have like a little more dialed in setup in here. You know, because these fluorescents from Home Depot are kind of ugly and very toppy. So anyways, just wanted to say hello again, and okay, goodbye.